First, before making a new configuration, first clear the original detection configuration in the device to ensure the initialization state. Enter Wizard. Tap Start Wizard. Select the corresponding detection mode, PA. Enter Workpiece module. Set the specimen height, such as 20 mm. The weld model is set according to the actual parameters, and there is no need to make a selection without welds. Material selected according to actual, as in ordinary steel. Into probe/wedge. Probe/wedge selected or customized according to actual. Into law of focus. Focus depth recommendation, set to 1.5 to 2 times the thickness of the workpiece. Spindle angle range, recommended as wedge angle plus or minus 15 degrees. Spindle angle step can be set as required, as 0.5 degrees. Step bias, adjust according to the left simulation diagram. Ensure that primary echoes cover the weld root and secondary echoes cover the entire weld area. Enter scan settings. Encoder resolution and scan length can be input to facilitate recording of scan data. Enter calibration module. Calibration possible accordingly. Wedge calibration was performed first. Suspended probe to ensure the surface of the wedge is free from oil stains. Adjust the gate frame to select the wedge echo and ensure that each VPA amplitude passes through the gate. Tap calibration. The corresponding calibration value is obtained, and the calibration is accepted. Velocity calibration, if the material sound speed is unknown. Select velocity calibration. The echo type was changed to radius. Input radius 1 and radius 2, as 50 mm, 100 mm. Adjust sampling range and gain. Move the probe left and right to find the 2 location points with the largest echoes. Adjust the gate to box the first and second echoes respectively. Tap Get Location 1, Get Location 2. Click Calibration to get the calibration value. Complete the velocity calibration. TCG calibration. Set reference hole depth. Recommended selection, minimum value 1 times the plate thickness, maximum value 2 times the plate thickness. For example, choose 3 points, 10 mm, 30 mm, and 50 mm as examples. The gate mode is straight line depth. First point making. Tracking mode can be selected to specify or high wave, which can rule out clutter interference. Move the probe left and right above the 10 mm hole and find the hole echo. Clear envelope. Move the probe left and right during the production process. The gain value can be adjusted so that its maximum amplitude is in the range of 40% to 60%. Ensure that each VPA value is the maximum amplitude position. Increase the point and verify. Make sure the echo reaches 80% amplitude. If the amplitude does not match, it can be corrected and re-verified. The remaining points are made in a consistent manner. Click Accept after all the holes are finished to complete the TCG calibration. The sampling range needs to ensure that the secondary wave is fully visible. Then the gate setting is performed. Gate start, covering the area of the root of the primary wave. Gate end point, covers the entire weld zone of the acoustic beam reflection, including the secondary wave reflection path. Enter Standard Module. Select the corresponding criteria. Available in the gain bar, open the reference gain. Increases some sensitivity gain or coupling compensation gain. Adjustments may also be made to the software gain or the acoustic gain. Click Finish to complete a single set of PA process production. Next, you can go directly to the wizard and add a set of PA. Copy the configuration of Group 1. Start Wizard. Skip Workpiece Settings. Enter Probe/Wedge. When using the same parameter wedge probe, the launch start channel can be set directly to the number of start channels of the second set of probes. Into Law of Focus. Set the scan direction to 270 degrees. Skippable scan settings. Into calibration. Same as Group 1PA probe calibration method. Wedge calibration is possible first. Then TCG calibration can be performed directly. The sampling range and the gate range are then adjusted. Entry standard. Add some sensitivity and coupling compensation in the gain bar. Tap Configure Next Group. Add another group, copy the first set of data, and select TOFD for the detection mode. Start Wizard. Skip the workpiece settings to enter the probe/wedge module. Select the respective probe and wedge. Enter TOFD module. Adjustable transmit voltage, such as 400 V. Adjust the step bias according to the left side sound beam analog view. Tap Calibration. Enter PCS calibration. Place the TOFD probe in opposite directions according to the recommended distance of the wedge. The gain is adjusted so that the through wave amplitude reaches about 80% of the full screen. According to the position of the through wave and the deformation wave, the sampling starting point is adjusted first and then the sampling range is adjusted. Double-click to wake up the cursor line. Place the red and green cursors at the first trough position of the through wave, respectively, and the first peak position of the bottom wave. Tap Calibration and accept calibration. Skippable scan settings. Enter calibration module. Depth and encoder calibration available. Tap depth calibration. Adjusting the sampling starting point and sampling range. The starting position shall be set more than 0.5 us before the through wave reaches the receiving probe. The termination position of the time window shall be set to 0.5 us or more after the primary waveform conversion wave on the bottom surface of the workpiece. The gain is adjusted so that the through wave amplitude reaches about 80% of the full screen. Double-click to wake up the cursor line. The cursor lines of Echo 1 and Echo 2 are placed at the first trough position of the through wave and the first peak position of the bottom wave, respectively. Tap Calibration and accept calibration. Encoder calibration, performed without knowing the encoder resolution. Skippable, standard module. Click Finish to complete the entire process production. Enter Wizard again. Select 3 groups at the same time, select a layout, and click Save. Entering the scanning phase. Place the probe position according to the corresponding probe step bias. Click to select the first group. From the display of the main menu, go to Coupling Monitoring. Open Coupled Monitoring. It is also possible to open the coupled numerical display at the upper measurement list. Click on the automatic gain, so that the signal amplitude reaches 80%. An additional compensation gain of 610 dB was added as the scanning sensitivity. Same, select the second group. Push the scanner, if frame drop occurs in the picture data when moving slowly. Enter ultrasound setting pulse to adjust the PRF value. It can be set to the maximum when there is no illusion wave. If an illusion wave occurs, it is slightly lowered to a non-interference range. Select Group 1. Enter group settings from the main menu Group Settings/Workpieces. Set the corresponding scan offset, distance between the center of the wedge and the starting point of the scan. Select Group 2 and set the same scan offset. Adding a coupling agent to the surface of the workpiece. Tap Reset. Push the scanner at a constant speed. Get the scan data, click Freeze. Use Save shortcut keys. Can save files such as this data or configuration. Use the Open File key. can quickly open the corresponding data to view.